So I avoided talking with people for years when I first started my book workshop business. And then one conversation landed me access to a 40,000 book library and a deal that I never could have pulled off alone. Even now with everything that I know, I would never be able to make that much that fast. It is insane. And that's kind of when I realized that my biggest bottleneck for a couple years is I had spent a lot of time, I think like 2 years or so, kind of building up a book workshop with my friend. And when I mean silence, we obviously talked to people, but we never closed serious deals or anything. We were just kind of flipping books, flipping CDs on Amazon, and not really talking with people for a long-term deal because we didn't know any better, and we just assumed, when we do shit ourselves, that magic. Then I had an ad up for just free books because you just drop your shit outside, I'll take it, and we move on. You never have to see me, I never have to see you anyway. They messaged me saying like they might have an opportunity for us. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? 40,000 books. That's insane. Up to that point, I don't think I'd sold even a tenth of that. And then this guy comes here saying that he has that much. And in my head, I'm saying, okay, I see the vision with these guys. If I work with them, that puts me years ahead of grinding with just me and my friend. And that's when I noticed that I had been avoiding the people who could change my trajectory forever. And trust me, don't get me wrong, I was horrified because at that point, I was coming off of two massive failures, owing Amazon 1,000 and having $2,000 blown out the water and fail in a business deal where him and I were trying to sell wholesale books. Didn't work out. Don't ever do that. Sucked. I was very afraid to kind of just see them notice me as some sort of fake and who didn't know what they were doing. Because that's kind of just how I felt like. I didn't feel enough. I felt so inexperienced despite having done it for 2 years at that point. So I'm just like, I almost said no because I was so fucking afraid. And I tried to convince myself I didn't need it, but 40,000 was way too much and I had to. What I didn't realize, and LinkedIn has definitely helped with this type of thinking, is I told myself that like the big people, they don't need help, that they just kind of got their success by just thugging it out. And that that is not true at all. Not even in the slightest. It is such bullshit the way I thought like that we all need help. We all make deals with each other, and not that hard. And that's kind of what I realized working with this guy. He had that library when we finished it. That was probably the best year we sold. I think we hit close to 6 figures in revenue, and we made him like $10,000 in profit roughly. And it kind of opened my eyes seeing that there's a lot of people in your niche, whatever you may be doing, that have massive opportunities for you. And all you have to do is ask, be present, be out there, doing something, getting your name out there. Because people want help. They want your help and they need help. That conversation I had with him, the past 3 years of failures didn't exist anymore. As I made it all back and then some, and into connections, into expanding the business, et cetera, et cetera. And then here I am now, years later, still feeling the effects of that deal. That made me realize that I was missing people, not grind, not, everything else you would need, inventory and such. It was the people, because the people have inventory. And if I can talk to the people, I can get their inventory. And I have been doing that a lot recently. So after that deal closed, and around that time I was closing deals around here in the Virginia area. So libraries and such. But when I got to Texas, that's really when I started just talking with people, emailing everyone and anyone about what I did, until I eventually have, to this day, very good relationships with a lot of the library systems in that area, in the Dallas. And I got a lot of good relationships with the state sale companies. I have a lot of good relationships that give me the inventory. So because of this one deal, I now am able to slowly have my presence felt in Texas, which is super nice. So what I would do is, if I were to do this again, is just to reach out to people who might have the resources or insights that you need. Or if you're kind of in my position where it's already happened before, put yourself out there, because your name gets spread. And I didn't even know. For example, the one library that I still work with, they gave my information to like 8 other ones. And I'm like, Oh shit. My name holds some weight now. I'm the book guy for libraries. I'm the guy for estate sales. Like that's who I am now. Figure out who you need to talk to, fucking talk to him. And just don't pitch shit. Don't pull off a fucking script. Just talk. Not that hard. Don't be afraid to fail. It's not that hard. You don't need to grind more. Not in the way you think. You need to have more conversations. Because literally, the shortcut to your success is probably just talking to people. I'm just saying.